Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A local church celebrates over 100 years in the state line. What this means to the pastor and the community. It's time to head back to school for many state line students, and one school held a block party to help get rid of the first day jitters. And a Rockford staple holds their anniversary celebration today. The milestone Lino's is marking as summer comes to an end. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. Storms are moving through the state line. Candace has been tracking them throughout this afternoon. Candace, where are they heading now?
Yeah, you know, for us, Taylor, a lot of those severe thunderstorms are moving off to the east, although we had quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings and one tornado warning for parts of Joe Daviess County with this kind of MCV. What that is a mesoscale convective vortex, or kind of like this mini low pressure system that formed out west and southwest of us. So as these kind of storms fired up, they fed off of the energy from that mini low pressure system. You can actually see that counterclockwise spin where that low was located out through southeast Iowa. As that moved closer to northern Illinois, those thunderstorms were really quick to form. Had a few stronger wind gusts associated with them, some heavy downpours too that did cause some localized flooding in a couple of spots. We do have a flood advisory for parts of DeKalb as well as for Lee County as those thunderstorms kind of sat over those areas for a prolonged period of time. That continues until 8 o'clock here this evening, but our severe threat is going down. As I mentioned, we still do have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect. However, I think that'll likely be expired just a little early as those storms have moved out of the area. We did receive some reports of not only strong wind gusts, but also some sporadic damage, mostly with tree branches and a couple of trees down. Ping pong ball sized hail in southern DeKalb County here with the storm as it moved through the Waterman area. While we get a little break from that activity tonight, thunderstorms are likely again tomorrow. I'll time those out for you coming up here in the First Warn forecast a little later.
Thanks, Candace. 4 people were injured in an early morning shooting in Rock County. Officers responded to shots fired on East Little Lane in Clinton around 12:30 a.m. Sunday. 3 victims were taken to the hospital before officers arrived at the scene. Then a 4th victim was found and transported to the hospital as well. All 4 victims are expected to be okay. This incident is still under investigation. If you have any information, contact the Rock County Sheriff's Department. Some students across the state line are still anticipating their first day back at school. Rockford Public Schools will be back in session this upcoming week. Auburn High School hosted its second block party to prepare students and their families. Amory Wilder was there. Amory, what is the overall mood about the new school year?
Taylor, a teacher tells me a lot of students were shy coming back after COVID, so today was a good way to break the ice. The community event made many parents feel more at ease sending their child back to school.
It's really nice to be able to meet the students, meet their parents, to already form those relationships before the school year even begins.
Madison Evans is happy to be back in the classroom for her second year. She teaches 8th grade language arts at Kennedy Middle School. On Sunday, she welcomed students into the new year at Auburn High School's block party. Principal of Auburn, Jenny Keffer, says the first day is always exciting.
It's always great to start the year with a positive connection with families so they see who we are and what we want to bring to the table so we can meet them halfway.
Students in the Auburn corridor, like Kennedy Middle School, Lewis Lemon Elementary, McIntosh Elementary, and Ellis Elementary School, were all invited. Keffer says this is the support some families need.
Right now we see more of a need in the community in terms of needing school supplies or things to help families make sure that they're ready. So we want them to know that we're here for them.
One parent, Ebony McIntosh, is appreciative of the school's efforts.
They've given away so much stuff that the kids should need school supplies for the next 2 to 3 years of their life. But this is beyond amazing to me.
Taylor, most of the kids I spoke with say they are most looking forward to making new friends. Back to you.
Thanks, Amory. People came out for a special anniversary in Rockford today. Pilgrim Baptist Church is celebrating their 105th year. Pastor Reverend Dr. Jonathan Williams has been in the city of Rockford since last October. He's been amazed by the growth he has seen in the past year.
This has been the most exciting moment of my life. This church is a pillar in this community. 105 years is something to be celebrated. all the way from the depression stages up until now. We have grown beyond leaps and bounds, and I'm just excited just to have hosted this event for this season.
Several local dignitaries came out for this worship celebration. And a Rockford restaurant also reaches a big milestone. Lino's has been serving the state line for 50 years. Today they had a celebration at their last market for the summer. They were held each Sunday. The owner says it's a great way to relax and to get to know the customers.
You know, the idea of our market is a Sunday Italian neighborhood feel where it's just getting back, relaxing, very easygoing, not a packed out thing, just real relaxed, real easygoing thing, and just getting to know our neighbors and getting to know our friends and our customers in a different setting than the everyday rush of life.
Lino's plans to hold more events in the fall. A federal judge in Florida is now asking the Justice Department to provide more specific information about the classified records removed from former President Donald Trump's Florida estate. This is as the judge considers appointing a special master to review the seized documents. Here's Eyewitness with the details.
A federal judge in Florida will hear arguments Thursday on former President Trump's request for a court-appointed special master, an outside expert to review evidence seized by the FBI from former President Trump's residence.
They're asking for a special master because of this idea they have of things being subject to executive privilege. It's not a crazy notion. Executive privilege works differently, though, and it's not absolute. It can be overridden by significant government interests.
The unsealed affidavit used to obtain the search warrant was heavily redacted, but has provided some insight into the investigation. The FBI launched the search based in part on evidence from a significant number of civilian witnesses. The DOJ warning that as the investigation continues, key witnesses could face intimidation or retaliation. There's an ongoing grand jury investigation, and prosecutors have already identified potential targets with a clear indication that they're looking for more.
The most important part that's redacted, though, relates to the obstruction. And that, to me, is what this all is going to come down to. And it's not just an obstruction of justice charge. It's exactly what actions were taken to thwart this investigation, to thwart getting back those documents.
The FBI has found documents involving the most sensitive of classified material, including some on human intelligence, spies, electronic eavesdropping, and secrets from allies. Some Republicans say the Senate Intelligence Committee has questions for federal investigators.
We need to get a letter out right now to the Justice Department and the Director of National Intelligence, say, if there really is a problem, why haven't you told us about that problem?
The Director of National Intelligence confirmed her office has begun an assessment into any potential risk to national security that could come as a result of classified materials being kept at the former president's residence. Eyewitness, ABC News, Washington.
A man who beat a Washington, D.C. police officer with a Trump flag during the January 6th Capitol attack will spend nearly 4 years behind bars. He pled guilty earlier in the year to assaulting, resisting, or impeding officers. On January 6th, he waved his flagpole after entering a restricted area of the Capitol grounds before later hitting a police officer multiple times with the pole. More than 860 people have been arrested since January 6th in connection with the attack on the Capitol. Over 260 of them have been charged with assaulting or impeding law enforcement.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, we have quite a bit of active weather move through most of northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin over the last couple of hours. Good news, a lot of that now moving off to the east. To the west of Rockford, we see a little more sunshine. Over Rockford points to the east, we've still got the cloud cover. Actually had a pretty impressive shelf cloud come through following the line of severe thunderstorms just about an hour and a half ago. That's what we're kind of seeing on the backside of this with our Supply Corps camera here over downtown Rockford, brought to us by Window World. You look to the east, you've got the cloud cover. You look to the west and you see more sunshine. Eventually we will begin to break some of that up here as we go through the rest of this evening, which means things are going to be nice and quiet here for us. Still rather muggy. We're not getting rid of that humidity as we've only added more moisture with those heavy downpours. Here's a line of thunderstorms as they were quick to develop out ahead of that MCV, or mesoscale convective vortex. So think of that as like a mini low pressure system, and what those tend to do is enhance areas of thunderstorms and even severe weather. Now, we didn't have a lot going on in the atmosphere to really get us widespread severe weather, but for a time we had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings extending from southern Wisconsin right down through northern Illinois. We have had some reports of some strong wind gusts right around 50 miles per hour, even some damage with some trees coming down and some branches as well. Not a lot of that widespread, but also some very, very heavy rainfall. Many reports of at least an inch or so of rain coming down as that line of storms moved through. And they were not slow moving, they were rather quick as well. Now, with that rainfall and actually the slow southern movement of that line of thunderstorms, there is a flood advisory that is in effect for parts of DeKalb as well as for southeast Lee County, and that will go until 8 o'clock here this evening. Many of you shared photos of kind of the ditches overflowing with some of that heavy rainfall. Visibility went down for quite some time too with the rain as it moved in. Our weather watcher Sandy, she lives north of the Kirkland-Fairdale area, but having to travel between there and Sycamore, said visibility was down quite a bit and a lot of the ditches were overflowing with the water. Had about 0.8 of an inch of rainfall down in her neck of the woods. Look at these dew point numbers. So even though our temperature has dropped about 10 degrees from what it was earlier today, it is muggy out there. And this is where our numbers will kind of settle here as we go through the night tonight. So we're not going to see much relief. It is a muggy night as we continue with that southerly wind. You're at 83 in Sterling, feels close to 90 degrees. You've got 82 in Dixon, 76 now with some rain, technically cooled air coming here in Rockford, 74 in Freeport, and 73 right now in Rochelle. I mentioned those dew point numbers. Look at where that moisture sits here across much of the Midwest, the Great Plains, or Great Lakes, I should say, and then up through the Eastern Plains. Here's our next system, kind of the back edge of that. Eventually that works in our direction, but not until tomorrow. So that gives us another round of some thunderstorms, some of which could be on the stronger side again, this occurring around the same time, late morning, early afternoon. So as we quiet things down here for this evening, much of tonight is going to be quiet. I think we hold on to enough of a wind to eliminate any threat for fog for tonight, but it is going to feel very damp and muggy out there. Temperatures will stay in the lower 70s. Early tomorrow, there are some signs pointing to a few showers and a couple of thunderstorms working in from the north just before sunrise. That could carry us through tomorrow morning. Not expecting any severe weather with that, but as that cold front kind of works in towards late morning, early afternoon, could see another round of a few stronger thunderstorms kind of work in as that front passes to the south of us. Winds will turn more to the north. Temperatures behind that tomorrow will drop to about 60, and then we've got smooth sailing here for the next several days. Overnight lows drop back into the 50s, high temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s. So pretty comfortable, just have to get through tomorrow. And we do have that risk for, again, severe thunderstorms, looking at the potential for wind and even some hail coming with that across much of northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. So temperature down to 70 tonight. We're up to 86 for tomorrow. These numbers look much more comfortable, especially as we near the beginning of September. Overnight lows will feel fantastic, should be pretty comfortable too during the afternoon.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The Bears have wrapped up preseason action and are now focused on week 1 with the 49ers. But last night's performance against the Browns had fans pretty excited for maybe what's to come. Deshaun Watson making his final appearance before his 11-game suspension begins. First quarter no score, Justin Fields steps back, looks downfield. He'll have Ryan Griffin for the touchdown. Bears lead 7-0 early on. Second quarter, same score, Justin Fields again looking to go deep. He lofts this one to Dante Pettis, and he'll score. Bears up 14-0 now. Later in the second, Cleveland ball, but Greg Stroman Jr. right on cue. He picks this one off Jacob Brissett. Still in the second, Fields rolls out looking deep, and he's got Cole Kmet wide open in the end zone for 6. Fields absolutely lighting it up. He went 14 for 16 for 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. Bears hold on to win 21-20.
I just think he's getting better. You know, he's just getting better. You know, he's, like I said the other day, he's a young player. He needs experience. And I think this was game-like experience for him that he needed to have. And he took a big step forward, you know, for him and for our football team, just getting comfortable, you know, operating the offense and doing his thing. And I thought he did that tonight.
Yeah, I just think we're, you know, continually getting better, you know, each and every day. I'm just kind of building off the previous day. So, yeah, we're just going to get back to work next week and, you know, keep building.
The regular season is just 2 weeks away. The Packers now turn their focus to the Minnesota Vikings, but there's still a lot of uncertainty and many decisions Matt LaFleur and his staff have to make before then.
I think they understand what's at stake. Certainly, it's your least fun time of the year. Anytime you have to make some of those decisions, but there's also a lot of opportunity because you're not talking about just the 53. You're talking about 16 practice squad players too.
White Sox continue their losing streak as they drop another to the Diamondbacks. Arizona gets the 3-game sweep with this 3-2 win. The Cubs also lose this one with the Brewers 9-7. Next up, they'll stay on the road for another 3-game set with the Blue Jays. We talk a lot about Chicago teams, but there's only one vying for a championship title right now. The Chicago Sky are set to play the Connecticut Sun in the WNBA semifinals tonight. That game tips off at 7 p.m. And the PGA Tour season comes to an end today. The best players in the world playing for the title of FedEx Cup champion and $18 million. And who other than the man himself, the fan favorite, Rory McIlroy, to win it all. 6 strokes behind entering the final round today, and he's victorious by 1. Now a 3-time FedEx Cup champion. Scotty Scheffler and Sungjae Im finished tied second at 20 under. Xander Schauffele finishes in 4th at -18. And Max Homa in his first tour championship appearance tied for 5th with Justin Thomas.